Gently close your eyes, calm your eyes. Try to feel the touch of air at your nostril. हे प्रभो आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। ऑल टुगेदर। हे प्रभो आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। शीघ्र सारे दुर्गुणों को दूर हमसे कीजिए। शीघ्र सारे दुर्गुणों को दूर हमसे कीजिए। लीजिए हमको शरण में, हम सदाचारी बने। लीजिए हमको शरण में, हम सदाचारी बने। ब्रह्मचारी धर्म रक्षक, वीर व्रतधारी बने। ब्रह्मचारी धर्म रक्षक, वीर व्रतधारी बने। हे प्रभो आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। शीघ्र सारे दुर्गुणों को दूर हमसे कीजिए। Just contemplate on the meaning of this prayer. And take one deep long breath, and while exhaling, slowly open your eyes. So friends, today we will start this third chapter, Mudra and Bandh, because Gheranda describes the pranayama after pratyahar. So the first chapter is devoted to the little philosophy and thereafter the Shat Kriyas. The second chapter is devoted to the asanas, and this third chapter is devoted to the mudra and bandh. Unless you know how to lock the energy, how to protect the energy, you will not be successful in the practice of pranayama. Even though, according to Gerinda, you have to learn to withdraw your senses from their respective objects, and therefore he has prescribed pranayam after the pratyahar. So, today we'll start this Bandh Mudra chapter, third chapter. As it was discussed with you in the beginning when I was comparing Hatpradipika and Gerinda Samhita, so Gerinda has accepted 16 mudras, and plus you have to 4 what you call the 5 dharanas, and it is all 25 mudras according to Gerinda Samhita. In comparison to this Gerinda, if you go through Hatpradipika, Shiv Samhita, they have accepted only 10 mudras. But Gerinda has elaborated and he has given thought, and accordingly, because bandhas are also included in it, so 16 mudras, 5 dharanas and 3 bandhas, so that is what is the 25 total. So we'll start with so whatever you see, these are the name of the mudras. We'll go through verse by verse. So mudra, the meaning of the term mudra first is to be understood. In dance also we are using certain mudras. Say for example, when you have to show the angerness, so you are opting certain gesture postures, isn't it? And slowly if you continue with it, it reflects on your behavior also sometime. So mudras that gives you ananda, mudam anandam rati lati iti mudra, that which gives you ananda, that is called mudra. You are tackling the energy with the help of these bandhas and mudras. So this energy, when it flows in a proper direction, whenever there is a need, you make use of this energy, you are able to use this energy, and therefore it gives you a kind of ananda, bliss, and therefore it is called mudra. Mahamudra, Nabho Udyanam, Jalandharam, all these names. मूलबंधो महाबंधो महावेदश्च खेचरी विपरीत करणी योनिर वज्रोली शक्ति चालनी ताड़ागी मांडुकी मुद्रा शांभवी पंच धारणा अश्विनी पाशनी काकी मातंगी च भुजंगनी पंचविंशति मुद्राश्च सिद्धदा इह योगी नाम. दिस इज व्हाट is said to be for the yogis, and these are the 525 mudras, name of the 25 mudras. So he is going to explain one by one. So first one is called the Mahamudra. How to practice it? Do you have your this mat, yoga mat? Can you bring it? Because it will be easy for the people to understand. It says, Payumulam Bam Gulfe Sampidya Drid Jatnanta Yamya Padam Prasaryat Koropad Padaungali. You don't have the book with you? This chapter is not with you. Okay, it is there. Yes, okay. So, Payu Moolam Bam Gulfe. This you have to firmly press the anus with the left ankle. Gulf stands for the ankle. Bam Gulf means the left ankle. And then Sampidya Drid Yatnata. You have to then Yamya Padam Prasaryat. Yamya Padam. Yamya means the right leg. it should be prasarya, it should be stretched out, and then catch hold the, what you call, prasaryat karo pat pada anguli. You have to catch hold the your toes of that leg which is stretched out. So, and thereafter you have to konchanam kitva, means you have to perform the Jalandhar Bandha. Yesterday we were talking about. So you have to put the jugular this chin in the jugular notch. The purpose is that you are locking the upper doors, and that is the purpose. Bhrumadhya nirikshyet, now you have to see between the eyebrows. Purkair vayur sampurya mahamudra nigadete. That is what you have to inhale. This breathing does not seem to be thoracic breathing, it is abdominal breathing. So that is to be kept in mind. So once again, Payumul. Payumul, root of the anus is said to be Payumul. Payumul, yesterday people were talking that Sanskrit word should also be, and Sandhi Shed should also be done. So we'll do that. Bam Gulf. Bam stands for the left and Gulf stands for the ankle. Sampide you have to force it, kind of. Okay. And then Drid Yatnata. Drid Yatnata, effortfully you have to do it. Yamme stands for the right, as Dakshan we call it also. Yamme and Dakshan is one and the same. Padam, foot. Prasarya, you have to expand, stretched out. Stretch. Prasarya means you have to stretch out. And then Karo, Kar stands for the hands. You have to catch hold. Pada anguli. Pada anguli. It will be good. It is very simple. You can do it. Yes. Just sit one side. You have to. So first, the first palm, this left one, you have to, with the help of this left ankle, you have to close the anus, and other leg will be stretched. Right leg will be stretched out. Okay.
The angle of this like this or this?
Oh, something. Yeah, yes. Okay. The purpose is to stop the flow, and you have to catch hold of this one. Yeah, toes. Yes.
With both hands?
You have to inhale, then do Jalandhar Bandha, and your gaze should be between the eyebrows. This is called Mahamudra. Is it okay? Thank you very much. Pardon? No, it is, see, it is a kind of, in the beginning you have to do it like asana. At the japa, slowly in the beginning you do it as a bakery japa, vachik japa, and thereafter it becomes mansik. There is no need to loudly recite the mantra. Similarly, this is a starting, you have to opt this for the practice. Thereafter you will be able to do it without doing this also. Okay?
Breathe normally in this.
Yes. This is called Mahamudra. No, here is only the Jalandhar Bandha. He is not talking. That is what. So, Mool Bandha, when you have put this ankle joint, ankle at the anus, you have stopped this. So, Mool Bandha is also, he is not talking about Mool Bandha, but Mool Bandha is already there. So, you are locking the energy inside. No Udyan Bandha here. In this mudra, Udyan Bandha will come. You have to do the other. Combination of Mahamudra, Mahabhed, and it becomes Mahabandha. When it becomes Mahabandha, then Udyan Bandha will also be practiced.
So in this, when we do Jalandhar Bandha, we inhale in Antarkumbhaka and then we lock it, right?
Yes.
And then just gaze.
Yes.
And then release the bandha and then exhale.
Yes. So what happens to you by doing this? This kind of practice if you do Mahamudra, Balitam palitam cheva jara mrityum nivariyet. Balitam and palitam, it is what you call the wrinkles, on the wrinkles on the face, and your palitam is related to the grey hairs. And Jara stands for the Vyadhi, means the old age, and Mrityu, death. Nivariyet, you will be able to overcome. Shwaskasam. Shwaskasam, problems related to the kapha, or you may say a kind of asthma, and then Udavarta. Udavarta related to the balls, obstructions, and then Pliha, it is related to the spleen. If there is a spleen problem, and then comes the Ajirana, indigestion. Jwara, it is a fever. Nashet Sarva Rogansha, you will be able to overcome all kinds of these disorders because of the Mahamudra Prasadat, because of the clarity or mastery of this Mahamudra. So, the mastery of Mahamudra will relieve you from the various problems which are mentioned here. Even he says, Balitam Palitam, Balitam is related to the wrinkle and Palitam is related to the, so your grey hair becomes black if you practice it.
So what do you mean by so what do you mean by mastery?
Mastery? Mastery means when you practice it for a long period of time, then
Like holding for a longer time.
yeah, longer time. Yes. So the gesture and postures, there is a difference. So these mudras are said to be the gestures. Okay. So but in the beginning you have to do like this. Then thereafter you will be able to tackle the energy without doing this also. Okay. Just as the actor, doing, say for example, in a dance you have to show the anger. What kind of gesture, posture the dancer is making? Suppose you have to show the Karuna Ras. What kind of gesture, posture will be there when you have to show the compassion? Pardon? It is a gesture. It is a gesture. So there is a slight difference between gesture and the posture. So, but these are said to be this mudra means gesture. Siddho jalandharo bandho yoginam siddhidaika shanmasa vyased yohi sa siddho nantar sanshya. He says that if you practice this Jalandhar Bandha for Shanmas, for 6 months, then you will become Siddha, he says. Siddho Jalandharo Bandho Yoginam Siddhidaika. It gives you that kind of success. So, yeah, it is, therefore there is a star. So you don't find this in आपके पास नहीं, आपके पास पार्शना बाम पादस्य. हाँ जी, तो मुझे दे दो, एक मुझे दे दो फिलहाल थोड़ी देर के लिए. हाँ, यत्र यत्र स्थितो योगी सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ऊर्ध्वजिह्वा स्थिरो भूत्वा धारयेत् पवनं सदा नभो मुद्रा वभेदेशा योगिनाम रोग नाशिनी. यत्र यत्र स्थितो योगी सर्व कार्येषु सर्वदा, wherever the yogi is staying, he will be successful, he will be a perfect in doing his actions, whatever the action he is doing, whatever the field may be. Urdhva jibha sthiro bhutva. Here urdhva jibha, it stands that you have to put this jibba in the nasopharyngeal cavity. It is something like Khechari mudra. It is not proper Khechari mudra, but you have to take it to the palate. If you, yes, soft palate. So bhutva dhariyed pavanam sada, and you will be able with the help of this. If you put the tongue, you will be able to. There's no need of doing Jalandhar Bandha thereafter. We automatically the pran will be restricted inside. Energy will be restricted inside. So that is why Nabho Mudra Bhavedesha. Therefore, Esha Mudra Bhaved, Nabho Mudra Bhaved. Therefore, it is said to be Nabho. Nab stands for the Akash. So when you put the tongue at the soft palate, automatically it will restrict the energy inside. That is what is said to be, this mudra is said to be Roga Nashani. It will, you will be able to overcome, or it destroys all kinds of problems. At Udyan Bandha. Udre Paschimam. Is it okay for you? ये तो ग्रेजुअली आपको खुद को पता चल जाएगा. उसको मजा आता होगा इसलिए तो करता है ना वो. जब मजा आने लगता है तो समझना कुछ बात है, मानना पड़ेगा आपको. सिद्ध मीन्स accomplished योगी, and if he is enjoying in his practice, so according to me, तो उसको मानना पड़ेगा आपको. सिद्ध मीन्स accomplished. अगर वो नौली कर लेता है तो नौली करने में बहादुर कुशल है ना, वो पूरा डूबा हुआ रहता है, तो इसका मतलब वो दक्ष है, कुशल है. जो कुशल है वो सिद्ध है, योगी है, ऐसा मानना पड़ेगा ना. लॉजिक भी यही कह रहा है. तो अतुड्यान बंध उदरे पश्चिमम तानम. पश्चिम इज द पोस्टीरियर स्ट्रेचिंग. यू हैव टू, yesterday it was shown to you that you have to exhale. Can you do it? You know this? Yeah, I may call him. Can you come please? Because Amma is also sitting in front, so she will be able to. Please. नाभे ऊर्ध्वं च कार्येत. उड्यान बंध. उदरे पश्चिमम तानम. So your stomach becomes like a coop, the bell. This is called Udyan Bandha. Udare Paschimam Tan Nabhe Udanam Kurte Yasmat. Because of this bandh only, the pran which I was discussing with you, that revolving at the perineum part, it Udinam Kurte, it jumps. Udinam means jumps. It jumps into Sushumna Nadi, Vishrantam Mahakhaga. That Mahakhag means that particular prana, universal prana. Udyanam tu asau bandho mrityu matanga kesari. This Udyan is considered to be the, what you call the kesari, lion, because the lion is capable to mrityu matanga kesari. Mrityu matang stands for the elephant. So lion can, लॉयन मारता है हाथी को, जो हाथी मारता है लॉयन को? प्लीज लेट मी नो. लॉयन को मार देता है हाथी, या हाथी को लॉयन मार देता है? जी, व्हाट इट सेज? आपके यहां क्या कहता है ये? पार्डन? पार्डन? एलिफेंट kills the lion or lion kills the elephant? So this is like that. This is the only bandha with the help of which you will be able to redirect the pran into Sushumna Nadi. This is what is the purpose. Is it okay for you? What happens to you? Samagrad Vandad hi etad udyanam vishishyate. Therefore, from all the description other bandhas, the udyan is said to be very, very significant. Udyane samabhyaste mukti soha. And if you practice it, mukti sohabiki bhavet, it will becomes sahaj. Your mukti, liberation, emancipation, that becomes natural. Sohabiki bhavet, it says. It becomes natural thereafter. The purpose we have to understand. Once again, I am repeating the same which I have discussed already. The Vaishvik Prana, which has individualized. So long that Prana is present in the body, we are alive. This is to be kept in mind. Your breathing can be stopped. So breathing stops, it does not mean that you are dead. No, breathing can be stopped. So breathing is a bridge between the cosmic prana and the individualized cosmic prana. This is to be understood properly. So, and breathing is a bridge, is a setu between the two. So, javat vayu sthito dehe tavat jivan uchyate. So long that prana is present in the body, you are alive. Marnam tasya nishkranti, when this prana goes out, that is called death. And you can observe, you might have observed, sometimes that particular prana goes through the anus. Sometimes it goes through the eyes and eyes remained opened. Sometimes it goes through the ears, the different doors. But the people who have this control over the energy, they take this prana, they declare that today I am going to the samadhi at this time. And they take this prana through the Brahmarandra. So that is the prana which is responsible for our life. This is to be kept in mind. So this prana is being recharged with the help of this breathing. So, and this Ghirandas says that if you practice this Udyan Bandha, your mukti, swabhaviki bhavet, natural. Your emancipation, it becomes natural because whenever you want, you can do it with the help of this Udyan Bandha. When prana enters into Sushumna Nadi, and you know all the chakras, they are situated in the Sushumna Nadi. So, if you are able to rechannelize the prana into Sushumna Nadi, then you precess all the chakras and this Granthis also. There is a Brahm Granthi, Rudra Granthi and Vishnu Granthi and Rudra Granthi. There is and after pressing this all chakras and Rudra Granthi, you may reach to the Sahasrara where Shiva is sitting. So once you enter the prana into Sushumna, thereafter, yesterday he was talking about or someone was talking about that the person is not eating, he is doing Tarataka, only he is living on the solar energy, there is no need to eat the food. I was also talking about the Lambu Baba of Kangra. He was also meditating on, or he was doing Tarataka on the sun, you know. So, for such people who are practicing these mudras and bandhas, for them, this becomes natural that whenever they want, they can rechannelize, they can redirect the prana any side. They can take to the Brahmarandra, they can take to anywhere. So, it is a matter of control over the energy.
These bandhas should be practiced empty stomach and
Of course. Morning, early in the morning, empty stomach. Whenever there is it does not mean that you cannot do it because pranayama is said to be practiced 3-4 times a day. So, this is Uttama Tarako Upeta. When stars are there in the sky, that is considered to be the best one. Okay, so say morning, early in the morning, then afternoon, and then in the evening while the Sandhya time, and then in the middle of the night. So 4 times. If you want to become yogi, if you want to remain a householder, practice it only for 2 times. It will be sufficient for you to become a good human being or to become a good citizen. Okay? That's all. So now talking about the Jalandhar Bandha. There is a difference. So I will take the help of this only. So Kant Sankochanam Kritva, can you do it? Kant Sankochanam, you have to do it. It does not, if your chin is not, if you are unable to put the chin in the jugular notch, it does not mean that you cannot do the Jalandhar Bandha. His chin is not going to the jugular notch. Yesterday I have observed, but he is in the Jalandhar Bandha. So you have to just lock the upper doors. Kant Sankochanam Kritva karke Chibukam Hriday Niset means it should be on the chest. Jalandhare Krite Bande Shorsha Adhar Bandhanam. When you practice this Shorsha Adhar, there are 16 Adharas. So you are controlling, or what you call the closing all the 16 Adhar. Jalandhar Mahamudra Mrityuscha Kshay Karani. This Mahamudra is said to be, you will be able to overcome the death also. That is what it says. So Jalandhar Mudra, Jalandhar, this particular area is called Jalandhar in Sanskrit. Okay, this particular area. Yesterday he was talking about, if you practice it properly, those who are suffering from the thyroid problem, there is a thyroid is of 2 kinds, hypo and hyper. In both the conditions, if you practice it, it will be very useful for you. You will be able to Sarvangasana. After doing Sarvangasana, if you go for Matsyasana, this is the combination. Matsyasana is complementary asana for the Sarvangasana. If you do Sarvangasana and then Matsyasana along with this Jalandhar Bandha, you will be able to overcome the problem. And I have experimented it on my wife. The doctor said that thyroid, and I observed, I gave myself, because she is also diploma holder, she knows everything, but I said that no, I will let you know, you have to do it according to my instructions. So she didn't start even the medicine and she cured properly. Pardon? Sarvangasana and Matsyasana. This is the combination of 2 asanas, and then Jalandhar Bandha. It will help to overcome the thyroid problem. There are so many things you will be able to, because this area, particularly when you are practicing Jalandhar Bandha, all the nerves, why we are starting our practice with this neck, it is only because the flow of blood should be proper to the this mendu, therefore we are starting. So this is, so many things are there. So not only thyroid, most of the nerves will be opened and there will be a proper flow of blood. Now, Siddham Jalandharam Bandham Yoginam Siddhi Dayakam. It will give you a success. Siddham Jalandharam Bandham Yoginam Siddhi Dayakam Shanmasam Abhased Yohi Sa Siddho Nata Sensya. If you practice it for 6 months, it depends. You cannot say that in the book it is said 6 months, so I have completed the 6 months and I do not have the mastery over it, It depends individual to individual. So we cannot claim that in the book tradition it is said that within 6 months you will be master of this Jalandhar Bandha. Actually you will be master, But if you don't get that mastery, something is wrong in your practice. That is to be understood properly. So do not say that this whatever is said by the Gheranda is bekar hai. Okay, now Mool Bandha. So again he will do Parshani Bam Padasya. Parshani? No, you just you have to take your Bam Padasya Parshani. Parshani stands for the heel. Bam Padasya Parshani. Yes. Don't do this. You have to perineum part. Perineum part. Yonisthanam Akunchyetrata. It is Yonisthan means that perineum part. Nabhyagra Merudande Sampidya Yatanta Sudhi. Now you have to. Yes. Medram Dakshan Gulfetu Didbandam Samacharet Jara Vyadani Jara Vinashani Mudra Mulbando Nigadyate. It is also Bandh as well as the Mudra. He says, them Nabi Granthim, is it Granthi? Navi Granthi Merudande Sudhi Sampidya Yatanata Medram Dakshan Gulfena. Now, again, it is a Siddhasana. The other Parshani, the right Parshani, right AD should come on the root of the penis. So, then he says, then Dakshin Gulfen Did Bandham, that is, now you have to, you know that you have to lift the rectum part and it will be moved. You cannot show this because it is a सीधा सीधा होके बैठिए. His own way, he is doing his own way. जी हाँ. नहीं, स्टैंडिंग में ठीक है, बैठ करके करने में क्या करते हैं? बिकॉज बैठ के मूल बंध इज यूज्ड थ्रू आउट प्रैक्टिस ऑफ प्राणायामा. यू हैव टू यूज द मूल बंध थ्रू आउट. यस. नहीं, बट यू प्रैक्टिस दिस मूल बंध ओनली व्हेन यू इनहेल. आफ्टर इनहेलेशन, along with inhalation, you can say you perform Mool Bandha, inhale, because you are, and thereafter you have to put the Jalandhar Bandha. That is what is the purpose behind. हाँ, yes, external तभी होगा, internal भी तभी होगा जब आप जलंधर बंद लगाएंगे. विदाउट जलंधर बंद इंटरनल नहीं होगा प्रेशर. नहीं ना, आप जरा समझिए बात को. See, you have to perform this Mool Bandha. Let us take flat Mool Bandha, inhale, Puraka, then Jalandhar Bandha. Okay? So now when you apply the Jalandhar Bandha, you are pressurizing the area with the help of this prana. You are throwing the prana, pressing the prana to come down. Okay, because and you are, with the help of the external pressure which is given by the heel, you are irritating the apana to come up. That is what is the purpose, so that apan and pran both can meet together. That is what is the purpose of doing this. Okay, so please keep this purpose in mind. The purpose is because apan is adhogati, always this flows towards the downward, so we have to make it upward. And pran is always upward, we have to make it downward. So downward cannot be made unless you do the Jalandhar Bandha, because you are pressurizing this to go down and you are pressurizing the apana to come up, so that the both can meet together. That is what is the purpose. Is it okay?
When to know if Mula Bandha is wrong, because if the Mula Bandha is not performed in right form, it brings some problem, no?
Not simple problem. You will become constipated. And Brahmananda says, have you seen the what you call the face of the God? That kind of yes.
But then it's important to know when is wrong,
When is
wrong performance. When how to know
you will
wrong and that is right.
see if you are practicing asanas and pranayama, during your practice, if you maintaining your calmness and quietness, your happiness, if you are maintaining your happiness, it means your practice is correct. If something goes wrong, it shows there will be a headache, there will be some problem, When you go on practicing this, and when sometime the prana and apana, they may come together. And whenever they come together, there will be a internally aroused sound you will be able to hear. So long you are not able to hear the sound, it means you are not still perfect in this posture. Yes, that is the effect of both the this. If you are enjoying this practice, Moolbandha or Jalandhar Bandha, if you are enjoying, see, if there's no problem related to the stool, stool does not become that hard. If stool becomes hard, it means that you are making mistake in practicing Moolbandha. Okay, it is only you have to understand it. But if you are enjoying, there's no problem related to the stool and you are calm and composed. Okay, so it means your practice is in a right track. That is what is to be understood. Is it okay? But most important part which is to be kept in mind, dear friends, your pranayama practice will be futile unless you use the Moolbandha. Moolbandha is compulsory, is to be practiced. If you don't practice Moolbandha, your practice is futile. You may be able to concentrate for some time, or you may be calm and quiet for some time, but you will not go in depth. So therefore, Moolbandha is very much essential for the practice of. See, in the beginning it is said that Gheranda this manual is perfect manual given by Gheranda. He says, unless you are perfect in bandhas and mudras and in asanas and in shuddhi kriyas, even withdrawal of your senses from the sensory enjoyments, you are not fit to do the pranayama. That is what he says. So pranayam therefore in the Manusmriti it is said, pranayama paramam tapaha. Pranayama is said to be the best tapa, And what is that tapa? Vyasa says, tapo dvandva sahanam. When you are able to bear the opposites, pairs of opposites, then only, and not tapasvino yoga siddhiti. One who doesn't know how to do this tapas, how to bear the pairs of opposite in life, na tapasvino yoga siddhiti. One cannot be accomplished in yoga. So this is.
Sir, as yesterday you mentioned that Moolbandha should not be practiced by women during their 5 days.
Yes, that precaution is to be taken. Because of the energy can flow in different directions.
Otherwise, there is no age limit. Older people can also practice it.
No, but thing is that if you I think that with a view to give that kind of massage to the muscles, something can be done. But in Hatapadipika it is said, Yuva Vriddho Ati Vriddhova Durvalo Arthato. Anyone can do it. This is a Udyan Bandh should be avoided. So Mool Bandh can be practiced. Yes.
Sir, it is said that those who practice Gurma, they all sexual disorders, they get cured by Gurma. And for women, all gynec problems, for that it is extremely beneficial.
Of course. Therefore, it is said that it is suggested. It is suggested that Mool Bandh should be practiced.
Physical benefits are also.
Of course.
And in the book by B.K. Samuel, Light of Yoga,
Well, there are, if I talk therapeutical implication of the Shatkriyas, there are so many. Because I can talk on that subject also.
तो साथ साथ कवर करते चाहिए.
मेरे ख्याल से purpose is different, but if you are interested, I can.
थोड़ा जनरल नॉलेज हो.
So, with the help of this Udyan Bandh, this Mool Bandha, the problems related to the rectum part, related to your all other problems related to even the sexual problems can be overcome with the help of this bandha. And particularly when we say Sarva Rog Vishoshani means wherever the area is locked. This means all problems related to that particular area will be overcome, to be very, very frank. So when we say Mool Bandha is where we are doing it at the rectum part, at the lower portion. Means if there is a और क्या और कौन सा एरिया है ये? Udyan Bandh, if you, now I will suggest you should not practice. When the person grow old, because the purpose is you are raising the diaphragm up in Udyan Bandh, and there is a posterior stretch, So there may be pressure. Pressure may be generated because whenever you do Udyan Bandha, the negative pressure is created. Okay? So, negative pressure. So that negative pressure can harm the old person, and therefore it should be avoided. Are you agree with this? He has a different opinion. So let him talk.
But Udyan Bandha is possible to overcome jhana.
Simply, you can do it simple. Don't do as it is described as this is a modification. This, when you practice it while standing, you have to put your both the palms on this, bend little down, exhale, and then posterior stretching, raise the diaphragm up. Okay? So this much can be practiced. This much can be practiced. You
She have been
practicing. If you are practitioner, if you are practicing for the long period of time, there's no problem because you have developed that control over the muscles. So you can continue. Anything else? जी बिल्कुल जी, नहीं तो सिखाते ही नहीं है. बिकॉज हमारा सीधा सीधा है कि अगर आप ठीक से, let me tell you, our founder has brought up a sentence that I have brought up this institution out of nothing. If it goes to nothing, I shall never mind, but yoga should not be diluted. Whatever, we have developed a kind of understanding on the basis of the tradition. Few of the practices we have taken from Girinda, few of the practices we have taken from Hatapradipika, from Goraksha Shataka, from Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, from Shiva Samhita. So, old traditional Granth. And on the basis of that we have developed. If you see our asana sequence, you might have observed. There is a... Okay. So if you go through our tradition is that in the beginning we are giving Shavasana. in the beginning. Okay, and thereafter we start. So one asana is complementary to the other. Other asana is complementary to the other. Other asana is complementary. So we have made three simple, medium type of and complex practices. So these are particularly asana. So we have this all chart we have. So when you sometime you visit our website sometime and you see, yeah, of course, yes, little bit you will find, but this is the base that will never leave the tradition. Okay, and when there is a modification, say for example, this Udyan what we are performing in standing position, it is a modification of the Udyan. If you go through the traditional text Hat Pradipika, it says Rech Puro Sasambar Mau. Rechak and Purak both should be active. Now, if you practice it, you will become a victim of this problem, related to this श्वास कास का problem हो जाएगा. So this technique is also modified and now it is practiced all over the world that the exhalation should be active and inhalation should be passive. There are 2-3 types of Kapalbhati as Bhatkram, Vyutkram and Shitkram. That is what he says. Bhatkram, yesterday we were discussing. So Kapalbhati, you have to, but today morning we will be practicing. We are giving stroke from the lower abdomen, isn't it? And exhalation is active and inhalation is passive automatically. It is a mock inhalation, in other words you may say. So this is a kind of modified technique of Kapalbhati. Likewise, Chakrasana. Now Chakrasana, Swamiji has modified this Chakrasana. Now how we are performing this Chakrasana? We are just standing in a one, then we raise our, no, this is not Chakra. Say, just use observe. And then and your awareness is whatever the activity you are doing with the hands, we take it up. Okay? Then bend other side. So this portion will be stretched. Okay? This is called Chakrasana with the other side also. Likewise, slowly you have to go. And when you are coming down, you are not forcing your hand to come down. The gravity is automatically taking your hand. वो झुनझुनाट you can feel within 2-3 rounds. So this is a modified Chakrasana by Swami. There are so many modifications also. On the basis of our scientific experiments. Yoga Vidya Niketan means Yoga Vidya Niketan is nothing but the tradition of Swami Kubalananda. Because Mandalik Swamiji is the student of Swami Kubalananda. So Yoga, yes, even though if you Yoga Vidya Dham and this Nasik as well as the Mumbai, this is called another tradition. Name is different, but they are the followers of our tradition. So it does not mean that our tradition, but whatever we teach on the basis of our scientific investigations. Okay? So whatever we are unable to experiment, we don't emphasize anything. So long we are not experimenting, we don't emphasize. The Mool Bandha, we have done the experimental studies. Yesterday I was talking about the sequence of the Bandhas, we have done this experimental study. Udyan Bandha, 1917, the experiment was done. Okay, so Nauli, we have done the experiment. Even though on the asanas, if you practice the asanas like an exercise, what happens to you? Your graph, how your graph works, that is what we have displayed on the physiology department. So it depends. So we claim that whatever is experimented, on the basis of that we are teaching. We don't teach that विच वी डोंट, हम एम्फेसाइज नहीं करते उस बात को, ना किसी को काटते हैं. आपके ट्रेडिशन में कुछ अच्छा चलता है, हम उसको वो नहीं कहते, होता होगा. लेकिन we have observed that if you practice this Sudarshan Kriya as it is being practiced by the people, you will be victim of the problems. You know? So this should be practiced in a different manner. It is a kind of Bhastrika, you should practice it like Bhastrika only. There are certain practices. So many things are going on in the market now. Even though if you go to, I was going and from Istanbul to the Turkey, you know, Istanbul to Bulgaria. So I saw a board, nude yoga. But to talk of other things. So yes.
What's the reason behind exhalation being longer than inhalation?
Actually speaking, if your lungs are not empty, so you will not be able to take this air to the lungs. So the lungs are to be made empty in the beginning, so that you can take the fresh air. If the air remains, carbon dioxide remain in the lungs, so slowly you will develop a habit of shallow breathing. So the purpose is that if you are inhaling 10 times, you must exhale 20 times, so that the whole carbon dioxide should come out. Okay, that is what is the purpose. In other words, let me tell you, on the basis of our experimental studies, we have established, and it was only the Swami Kuvalananda who could experiment it and said to the world that in pranayama there is no oxygen value, the carbon dioxide value. This is most important. This was, and all the scientists, all the medical peoples were astonished to note that. Yes.
One more part I have to comment.
Pardon?
Actually, what I have understood from him, that he laid great emphasis on thoracic breathing
Thoracic breathing,
and not so much on
abdomen breathing. Yes,
Swami Kuvalananda's total emphasis was on thoracic.
thoracic breathing. Because your lungs capacity will be increased. So you have to develop a kind of control over the energy, so that you can hold the prana inside. Unless you practice this thoracic breathing, you will not able to develop that control. Yes.
Then I would like to give credit to him also. Because yesterday he brought out this point
Yes.
about thoracic breathing. Vis-a-vis abdominal breathing.
I was discussing with Ammaji. Because she is having some problem because of the operation. So we were discussing. So I have suggested her, and she has started, and she is.
Until means the abdominal muscles should be under control in the pranayama. Because it's
Of course. Even though, particularly when you are practicing this Ujjayi pranayam, in all this 8 kumbhakas, what we call Surya Vedan, Ujjayi, Shitkari, Shitali, Brahmari, Mursha, you have to keep this control over the abdominal muscles. And whenever you are practicing these kumbhakas, you have to practice along with the bandhas.
always
Permanently. Yes, abdominal muscles. So therefore, the emphasis is given to the thoracic breathing and not to the abdominal breathing. Okay? Okay. So, Moolbandha. What is the result of this Moolbandha? He says, Sansar Samudram Tartum Abhilashti Yapuman. If you are able, yesterday I sang one bhajan. संसार सागर से कर पार बेड़ा है दीना बंधो हे करुणा सिंधु. So that is what he says. If you are interested to overcome this sansar samudra, then he says tartum abhilashati. If you have that if you are striving, if you are longing to overcome this samudra, then you have to practice this Moolabandha, he says. It's wonderful. Then says Birle Sugupto Bhutva Mudra Metam Samavasi. You have to keep secret. That is what also. Mudra Metam Samabhyaset. Abhyasad Bandhanasya Asya Martu Siddhir Bhaved Dhrubam. Dhrubam means Nishchay se. Definitely you are going to develop that kind of siddhi. You will be accomplished in controlling this. And Sadhet Yatanto Tarihi Maunitu Jital Saha. Alas, the one who has conquered the lethargy, that is who is called, he is very much interested in Sanskrit words. Jitalasa, Vijitalsa, Visheshena Jitaha, Alasa, Visheshena. Specifically, one who has conquered the lethargy, okay, he is said to be Vijitalasa. So that, and also the Mauni, it doesn't talk much. Mauni means who follows the silence. Yattari, Jatanto, only by following these two, alas you have to overcome and you have to maintain the silence, that is what. So you have to do this silently, go on doing silently without talking much about this practice. And if you are able to do it properly and if you accomplish it, what will happen to? Sansar se to par ho hi jayenge. That is what it says. Now, Mahabandha Kathanam. Bam padasya gulfena payu moolam nirodhet. Again, now, Bam padasya gulfena. Gulf here now is not the ankle joint but the heel. Left heel again you have to put in the perineum. And then Dakshapaden Tad Gulpham Sampidhi Yatanta Sudhi. Again you have to, in the Siddhasana type, in the beginning. Then it is a Mahabandha now combination of all the. Then Shani Shani Chalyed Parshani. Slowly you have to Chalyed. Slowly you have to, this rectum muscle is to be moved. That is what it says. Yonim Akunchyed Shanihi. Then Akunchan means contraction should be there. Slowly, then Jalandhare Dhariyet Prana, then Jalandhar Bandha. So, unless you inhale, you will not be able to do the Jalandhar Bandha. Inhale first and then you do the Jalandhar Bandha. And this is called Mahabandha. This is called Mahabandha. Here, no dhyan. But he is in a habit. Let him do whatever he is doing. Because the combination, he has developed a different kind of control. So we cannot restrict him. Just it is Jalandhar Bandha and Mool Bandha. Mool. Now, what is the pardon? We have to inhale. The purpose is you have to inhale and then put the Jalandhar Bandha. Mahabandho, Parobandho, Jaramarana Nashika. This is a great bandha and you will be able to overcome Jara, means old age, as well as Maran, the death. Prasadadasya, Asya Prasadat. Asya Prasadadasya. There is a Sandhi, Prasadadasya. Bandhasya sadhyet sarva vanchitam. Whatever you want to achieve, that can be achieved with the help of this bandha. That is what it says. Is it okay? So Mahamudra, Mahabandha, and now coming to the Mahabed. So Mahabed is the combination of all the three. Okay? So it is just Roop Jovana Lavanyam Narinam Purusham Bina Mool Bandha Mahabandho Mahabedam Bina Tata. If you don't practice this Mahabeda, your Mool Bandha as well as the Mahabandha, the practice of this Mool Bandha and Mahabandha will be futile if you don't practice the Mahabeda. So Mahabandham Samasadhya, first you have to do the Mahabandha, then Udyan Kumbhakam Charit. Thereafter you have to do the Udyan. Mahabeda Samakhyato Yoginam. That is what is Mahabeda. So here is the Udyan Bandha along with the other two. Let us practice now. So first you do the Mool Bandha, inhale, and then do the Jalandhar Bandha. Maintain the Kumbhaka for some time according to me, whatever I am saying. Please follow me. Don't apply your own practices. And then when you start, after completing your Kumbhaka, when you start Rechaka, you have to perform the Kumbhaka, this Udyan Bandha. Along with the Rechaka. Yes. He has started the Rechaka now. Not possible. Means we have to develop this kind of control, nothing else. You can do it. Okay. Pardon? Thank you, sir. But he has capacity, he can stay longer. Mool Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha and Udyan Bandha. Along with Kumbhaka, this is called Mahabeda. So let us discuss the sequence here. The tradition says first you have to apply the Mool Bandha. You have locked the lower door. Inhale, Puraka. Then put the Jalandhar Bandha. First Mool Bandha, then Puraka. If you put the water in the pot and there is a leakage, so will you be able to fill it? No, you will not be able to fill it. So therefore in the beginning you have to do the Mool Bandha, then inhale Puraka, then put the Jalandhar Bandha. Maintain the Kumbhaka inside. You are as per your own capacity. Don't go beyond your capacity. Then when you start Rechaka, along with the Rechaka you have to perform the Udyan Bandha. And this all becomes Mahabeda. Not end of in the beginning. Therefore it is said Kumbhakante Rechaka Adau. When you start Rechaka, along with that you have to do the Udyan Bandha.
How do you release?
That when you Udyan, thereafter when you maintain the Udyana, automatically as per your capacity, then you release it.
Release the Jalandhar and
Yes.
So then when you say the next person again the moon comes on the same person.
Haji?
Same person starts the next person.
Yeah, yes. So what is the result of this Mahabandha? Mahabed. Mahabandha Mool Bandho Mahabed Samanvito. When you practice all Samanvito, all together. Pratyaham, Prati Aham. Sir, Pratyaham, Pratiham. It is called Yana Sandhi, we call it. Pratiham Kurute. If you practice it every day, one who practices it every day, so yogi yoga vittamaha. So that yogi becomes the great yogi. Na mrityu, mrityuto bhayam. One who does not fear from the death. Fear from the death means there is a fear. Abhinivesh Kalesh is working in us. What Patanjali says, Swarasa Bahi it flows. Because we have experienced this death in our previous lives, and that experience is collected on our consciousness. So always there is a fear of loss or fear of death. So the person who performs this Mahabandha, he will not have that fear, Na mrityuto bhayam tasya na jara tasya vidyate. Now there will be no old age for him. Gopaniya prayatnena vedoyam yogi pungabe. The people who have, the yogis who have accomplished this bandha, they say it should be kept secret, should not be discussed. So therefore, mauni, silently, you have to practice it. That is what in the beginning it is said. Okay, is it okay for? So now all the four bandhas we have discussed. Which one? Mahamudra, Mahabandha, and then we are in Mool Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha, and Udyan Bandha in Mahaveda. All we have discussed. Now coming to the Khechari Mudra. Khechari, Khe means Akash, and here Akash stands for the Brahma Bibar. Brahma Bibar, we are translating it as nasopharyngeal cavity. So it takes a long time. With a view, unless you have a longer tongue, you will not be able to practice it. So with a view to make the tongue longer, what we have to do? We have to cut this pharenum, what do you call it? जिब्बा के नीचे जो धागा होता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? जिब्बा ग्रंथि. Yeah, this is a proper term. Jibba Granthi. So this Granthi should be cut. Pharenum, we call it in English. This Granthi is to be cut slowly. So with a sharp edge instrument you need. You have to cut it. Then you have to apply the harda powder. Then you have to milk it. Dohanam. Chedanam, Dohanam. This is a Chedanam, it is a cut, and Dohanam, you are milking the tongue. You are taking the tongue towards the right ear, to the left ear, to this, and then only it becomes longer. Gerinda says somewhere, you have to catch the tongue, with the help of some iron instrument, and you have to pull it out. With a view to make it longer,
Have you seen anyone doing this?
Yes, I have seen one person. Have you heard the name of Ramanand Yogi? आपने फोटो देखी? He was a great man, but you cannot understand what he is talking because he has cut all the Granthi, Jibba Granthi. So there is no control over the tongue, and therefore we were understanding him because we were staying together always. So with some ding dong theory or this, we were understanding him. So he was practicing this Khechari Mudra. I have seen. This yogi was died in my lap. So, and I was suffering during that period, I was suffering from asthma, and always he was preparing kada for me. He was loving like anything. He was a great yogi. Ramanand Yogi. The elephant cannot break the chain, iron chain. He was breaking the iron chain. How this truck, how much material is kept in the truck, how much ton? I do not know. 10-15 टन तो होता होगा. तो वो नीचे सो जाते थे और यहाँ से वो बराबर फटा बना के उनके इसके ऊपर रख करके और उसको ट्रक को ऊपर से गुजार दो आप. मैंने उनको, ये जो सोमू गाड़ी होती है ना, उसमें कुछ तो भी भर करके बहुत भरा, वो गुजरते हुए मैंने खुद देखा उनको. एंड दैट वाज द पावर ऑफ कुंभ का.
I would change the real material
Pardon?
Overcome iron chain.
Iron chain.
Iron chain, yes, iron chains. The elephant cannot break that chain, but Ramanand Yogi was breaking that chain. He was South Indian from Karnataka somewhere.
From the 1960s, no?
Yes, yes.
50s, 60s.
No, he died in I think 86 or 87.
Was he having TB in his young days?
His pardon?
He had TB in his young days.
In the beginning, he was suffering from TB. He was suffering from TB.
Was he the man who made elephants walk on his chest?
I think so. I do not know about
Was
this.
a man called Ramurthy.
Ramurthy ne, Ramanand Yogi. We call them, and we have written as one small booklet type, Ramanand, Life of Ramanand Yogi.
Sure, there are the Bush brothers and US. They think of going aircraft. Single man. Going aircraft is just full zero. And when they say, how do you get the strength? It's not human. He says, you do this because of pranayama.
Yes.
Just your credit to pranayama.
See, the purpose, my dear friends, purpose is to develop a control over your body. Kaya Indriya Siddhi, that is what is the purpose. You have to develop control over your body as well as on your sensory organs. That is what is the purpose. Don't practice this Kumbhaka for breaking the chain. Don't practice this Kumbhaka for running over the 15-ton loaded truck, So please, the purpose is to calm and quiet your mind so that whatever you are doing, you can do it properly, systematically. That's all. This much will be sufficient for all of us. Okay? So can we proceed further? 5 मिनट, तो 5 मिनट में हम लोग बात कर लेंगे कुछ. Yes. 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 Thank you very much. हाँ जी. हाँ जी. In Hatha Yoga, actually speaking, in Hatha Yogic literature, the Antar Kumbhak is emphasized because the purpose is to enter the prana into Sushumna. That is the purpose. So, not external Kumbhak, only the internal Kumbhak. That only can be learned properly, not the external one. If you keep the purpose, let me tell you. Yesterday I was requesting him, don't throw the air through the mouth. Don't exhale through the mouth. Sometime the Brahmananda says, Balhani Prasangat, you may lose your strength. This much is said. But in the laboratory it has established that if you exhale through the mouth, or if you do this Bahya Kumbhaka for a long period, your vagus nerve may be activated. Are you aware of this? So leave it. So Balahani Prasangat will be sufficient. So you should not, and if this nerve is activated, it may create problem. You may go mad. That is what is established through the experiment. So therefore the internal Kumbhaka should be given emphasis, not the external one. When Patanjali talks about Bahya Abhyantara, it is only you have to remain with this. When you inhale, you should be along with your breathing. Your awareness should be along with your breathing. When you exhale, you should be, awareness should be with the breathing. Actually speaking, there is no external kumbhaka. There is only internal kumbhaka. पूरा रेचक करके अगर आपने ज्यादा देर तक उसको रोका, आपको बहुत मजा भी आएगा, बट बहुत खतरनाक है वो. साइंटिफिकली इट इज वेरी डेंजरस. तो इसलिए अच्छा है जो पर्पस जो हठ योग बता रहा है उसी को फॉलो करें. हम नया अपनी ओर से क्यों उसमें वो करें. अरे भाई वो तो कैपेसिटी लंग्स की जानने के लिए करते हैं. मैंने बहुत बार किया है वो, क्योंकि मुझे अस्थमा से पीड़ित था ना मैं, तो डॉक्टर तो मुझको बार बार वही कराते थे कितनी कैपेसिटी है इसकी. विद ए व्यू टू अंडरस्टैंड द कैपेसिटी ऑफ द लंग्स, देवर वो फूंकने के लिए बोलते ही हैं वो. लेकिन आपने कभी ऐसा भी देखा होगा कि जब हम लोग घरों में चूल्हा जलाते थे तो उससे फूंकते थे हम, और फूंकते फूंकते कभी कभी बीच में चक्कर आ जाती है. आपने कभी मार्क किया है क्या? मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है, चक्कर आ जाती है बीच में, वो वेरी वेरी अंधेरा हो जाता है आंखों के सामने, वो बहुत खतरनाक है. हाँ जी, ये सर. No, here when it says, this is one of the sutra for setting right the chit prasadana. This is one option is given by Patanjali. Prasardan in Sanskrit is a kind of vomiting. So, but here this word will not be appropriate. So, forceful exhalation. Prasardan is forceful exhalation, and Vidharan is B is a upsarga. Again, specifically or Visheshena we call it. Dharanam. You have to take it systematically. Here, Patanjali is not talking about the kumbhaka. Means it is a kind of as we do in Kapalabhati. What we are doing in Kapalabhati? We are giving stroke. Exhalation is forceful, but inhalation is passive. So if we do like this Kapalabhati for as per our capacity 2, 3, 4 rounds, then if your distractions will be set right, you will be able to calm your mind immediately with the help of this process. So we have experimented on this also, Prasardan Vidharana. So Vidharan, here the interpreters, they are also talking that Vidharan is a kumbhaka type of, but it is not kumbhaka. You have to specifically, how you are taking when you do the Kapalabhati, automatically, this what you call, Bhastra Vallokarasya. Okay? The irons, yeah, it is the what we call lohar ko iron smith, blacksmith. What he does, what happens to this blow, automatically it takes in. That is what is the Prasardan Vidharana, nothing else. So when it goes down, there is a pressure. But when it comes down, it is. So that is the Prasardan Vidharana. Otherwise, if you, this Tasmin Sati in the further second chapter, 49, 47 is 6, 8 and 9. 49. Tasmin Sati Shwas Prashwasyor Gati Vichedaha. Shwas, what is Shwas and what is Prashwas? Vyasa makes it clear. He says, Koshthasya Vayo Nissaranam. When you throw out the air which is there in the coast, it comes out. This is called Koshthasya Prashwasaha. This is Prashwas. Bahya Vayor Achamnam Shwasaha. Achamanam. It is achamanam. When you take in, it is bahya vayo achamanam. This is called shwasa. This shwas and prashwas. When there is no movement in shwas and prashwas, there is a cut off kind of. Vicheda, it is a cut off. How it is? Because when your mind is calm and quiet, your shwas prashwas gati movement becomes very, very slow. When you are agitated, your shwas gati becomes very faster. It becomes faster. So the purpose is, if you slow down this, they are dependent upon each other. Means, beautifully in Goraksha Shatak it is beautifully said, Chale bate chalam chittam, nischale nischchalam bhavet. So long your breathing is going on, your mind is moving. Your mind is moving, your breathing is moving. So Anyanya Ashray, they are depending upon each other. So, when mind is calm and quiet, this gati movement becomes very, very slow. But in Prasardhan Vidharanayam, you are manipulating the prana. Here you are not manipulating the prana. In Kapalabhati, we are manipulating the prana. When we are taking only through the left nostril, we are manipulating the prana. When we are taking in Surya Vedana through the right nostril, it is the manipulation of prana. So we are manipulating the prana with a view to develop a control over the pranic energy. That is what is the purpose behind. Here, with the help of this process, we are setting right the chit prasadana, calmness and quietness of the mind.
But in the case of Kevala Kumbhaka, when the stopping of breathing changes naturally, that is without error.
Without inhalation and without exhalation. And use the word purka and rechak. Without purka and without rechaka, when you are able to maintain this kumbhaka, this is called Keval Kumbhaka.
Yes, but sometimes after the Kapalabhati or after the Strika or after comes a spontaneous breathe state.
Yes,
Do not need to breathe.
yes,
Then means the lungs are in Bhakya Kumbhaka. Without air, do not need breathe.
yes, that is what is you have to earn, that is what you have to earn. No need to, there's no feeling to breathe. There's no feeling to breathe. So that is the automatic stoppage. That is the stoppage, we call it. It is very good. If you are feeling this, it is good, because so long your breathing is stopped, your mind is stopped. You are giving rest to the sequential brain.
Yes, but my conclusion is that is Bhakya Kumbhaka, no? The spontaneous done.
No, it is not Bahya Kumbhaka. Not Bahya, not Antar. It is a stoppage kind of. You cannot say that it is a Bahya Kumbhaka. It is a stoppage, automatic stoppage. If you are aware of this stoppage, this is very good. There is a Stambha Vritti, automatic stoppage, you do not know. You are not aware of it sometime. And you may sitting inside for days together. Okay? It happens.
But also the tendency was that there is a teaching about pranayama, there is about abhyantara.
बाह्या भ्यंतर स्तंभ वृत्ति देश काल संख्या भी परिदृष्टा दीर्घ सूक्ष्मा. That is what desh is a space, kal is a time, sankhya means counting. With the help of these three methods, you can find, if you add your awareness to your breathing, you may count, you may see the space, three things, and it becomes gentle and prolonged. And unless it becomes so gentle and so prolonged, there will be no stoppage. Therefore, this is what is the process. No, it is not Bahya Kumbhaka. You have to add your awareness to the exhalation. That much is needed. If you keep it for a long period of time, it may be. So therefore, it is, people used to say Bhaya Kumbhaka is to be avoided. Okay, thank you very much.